So, you and I have shared a lot of cases of kids and dogs trying to live together. Of course, if I'm seeing the case, the dog is probably showing aggression towards the child because that's what we see here. And I often have to explain that dogs need agency in their own life. And agency is this popular term now, right? Control over some aspect of your life. And this is a really strange concept for a lot of pet parents to wrap their head around. What do you mean my dog needs control? I need to control my dog. So, like, what is the way that you explain this concept of agency to pet families?
Yeah, I mean, this is a really tough one across the board. So, like, this is with lots of different behavioral issues I see where people think their dog should just be really friendly to every visitor that comes in their home and they shouldn't have to be separated. Or, well, I want my dog to go to a dog park and be fine, or come with me to a restaurant. And so it's again a lot about managing expectations. Of course, I understand why everyone wants that perfect dog that you can do anything and everything, and but it's not reality. And so when we're discussing agency, I say if you wanted a robot, you shouldn't have gotten a dog, because dogs are sentient beings. They have their
Yeah.
own feelings and emotions. And just like any being with feelings and emotions, they're going to have preferences. They're going to have likes and dislikes. They're going to be scared of things. They're going to really love some things. So, it's the humane thing to do, to give them choice and to allow them the ability to communicate when they are uncomfortable and really listen to them when they are. It is a tough pill for a lot of parents to swallow, like you said. But I think once they really understand the concept that my dog does have a right to say no, it changes a lot of things, and their perspective really shifts after that.
Yeah, and I think also the recognition, we know this from research, even in rodents, right? We know this from people. So dogs are in between there, between, laboratory rats and people. So we know in both of those groups that when the being feels like they have control, they're less anxious. My husband likes to drive. I used to, I don't anymore. But I used to really want to drive. Why? Not because I'm a better driver. He's just because you feel like when you're in control, you're safer. Now I recognize that it's much more luxurious just to have him drive me,
Yes.
right? So I was like, you drive, we're good. But that feeling of being in control gives you a feeling, maybe falsely, that you are safer, right? And so that's true for dogs too. And also to, I feel like enough already with all of the back and forth of controlling everybody. That was something we did. And I've been really open on social media about, I came up in a time when it was all about control of dogs, when I first started showing my dogs and training my dogs. And I think it's enough. Like, it's not really about controlling the dog, it's really about finding a way to help the dog be less stressed, motivating the dog, just like we do our kids, motivating them to clean their room, to do
Yeah,
stuff, right? It's the same.
for sure.
Totally. Yeah.
Really, really
So,
good examples. Yes, for sure.